the heck? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this jump, bro. Dang. Okay, there's the camera. Why you keep rotating like that? It don't rotate on live video, but then why the heck did? Let me see. Yeah, why I look sideways? Now I'm upside down. Okay, let's try turning it this way. What about this way? Oh, snap. I'm like, why am I upside down? All right. It's only vertical. Okay, I got you. Let me see if I can wipe the camera. I'm using the iPad, so it's my first time. All right, so I'm about to go live on Instagram as well. You know, if you guys got questions, be my guest. You know, ask the questions. Ask the question. Hair transplant questions, everything. Move this over here. No. Check. All right. Yo. Am I ever gonna get waves again? Yeah, I'm gonna get waves in about a year or so. So around April, probably next summer, I'm gonna get waves again. I'm giving the hair transplant time to get stronger before I start brushing again. So that's what I'm waiting on. I got my hair transplant in April. I'm gonna wait till maybe after next April, April 2025, to even think about waves again. I'm live right now. If you It's starting your own business hard. Oh yeah, it's super hard. Starting your own business is hard. But, you know, as long as you're consistent, you'll be all right. Yeah, let me. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with my hair transplant though. Yeah, it does look good. I'm very happy with it. Let me do this real quick before I start answering questions. I'll send you my address. I need samples. Hey, I can't do that. Can't send no samples. You gotta go ahead and purchase on the website. All right, move this over a little bit to this side. All right, I'm about to go live on Instagram as well. I'm live right now. If you got any questions about the hair transplant, actually looks pretty good. Let's go live. Oh, I'm live already? Wait, hold up. It didn't even give me a chance to title the video. I'm the live. You should grow out your hair, get braids. Nah, I'm not getting braids. I'm gonna grow my hair out, but I'm not getting braids though. I'm gonna just get a little fro, you know, sponge it, take care of it, and that's pretty much it. All right, share with everyone, and let's work, I guess. Is it bad for hair? It stunts growth. I don't know. Use water and soap to get rid of dandruff. Sponging is bad for hair, stunts growth. All right, I'm gonna need to do some research on that. JC Plays. I'm gonna do some research on that and see. You know. All right, so I'm live on Instagram right here, and I'm live on YouTube on the left side. All right. Instagram, what up? What up? Cut looks fire. Thank you. Thank you. Do you sponge your hair? Yeah, I sponge my hair like every haircut. Every time I get a haircut, I sponge my hair. What's your hair type? I'm like 3B, I believe. Yo, what's up? What's up? What is your opinion on Silks by VP? I mean, they dope. They got some fire designs. I mess with them. They fire. Think you get dreads one day or twist? Nah, I'm not gonna get dreads or twist. Does it get itchy? Oh, I'm actually on month 7. It's not itchy anymore. I get what is it called? Ingrowns. I still get ingrown hairs, but it doesn't get itchy anymore after month 7. I'm at 7 to 8 weeks now, still ugly. Yeah, 7 to 8 weeks. You're still pretty early. That's 2 months. You got a long way to go. It's gonna take you about 6 months to get out of that stage and actually start seeing the results that you want. How much did my transplant cost? I paid $4,000 for my transplant, but it starts at around 3,000. But I paid extra for like a fast healing. You know, they give you little extra add-ons and stuff, so I added stuff to it. All right, peace, Michael. How long did it take you to look normal? What do you mean by normal? Like this? It took me like 7 months to look like this because I'm almost 7. Like the live. Is it worth it? Yeah, I say it was worth it. At least from my experience. Yeah, don't you dare miss an angle. I'm gonna come back to the don't you dare miss an angle about next year. 4,000 booking a flight now. Yeah, it's about 4,000 for the transplant that I got. It's probably cheaper if you didn't get the one I had, and it's probably like $800 to $1,000 for a plane ticket round trip. What was I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do something. Let me see. For full recovery and treatment after transplant, are you gonna use minoxidil? Okay, so I'm not gonna use minoxidil or finasteride because those are like really hard products to use on your hair, and I don't like the side effects that I see online. So I'm not gonna use any of those. But if I do start receding past the transplant, then I'm gonna have to, you know. But I do take care of my hair. I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week. I make sure my hair stays moisturized. I don't go out in the sun, you know, let the sun beam on my hair. I don't use perm. I don't bleach my hair. So you know, it's pretty good right now. I take care of my hair. So the balding, hopefully I don't have to start using minoxidil and everything. Lodging cost there. Keep going, bro. Definitely, I'm gonna keep going. How are the beard waves coming in? The beard waves is pretty decent. It's hard to keep them, you know, on all day because I'm not gonna wear a beard do rag all day. But when I do put the do rag on, it, you know, it's in there. Don't do the oils, just do the oil. Yeah, I've never tried the pills, but if I'm gonna have to take minoxidil, I think that's the route I'm gonna go. The pills. You need to wash your hair at least once a week. Yeah, I wash my hair twice a week, 2 to 3 times because I work out a lot. So I'm always sweaty. So I have to wash my hair at least 3 times a week. If you didn't know, sweat does damage your hair. It kind of makes it. If you moisturize your hair and you go work out and you sweat, what was the point of moisturizing? If you do wash your hair before workout and you end up sweating again, what was the point of washing your hair? So try to wash your hair after you sweat and not before because sweat, I think it does damage your hair. How do you feel about us calling you Unc? I'm used to it now. You guys call me Unc. I'm used to it. Are products natural or plant based? Yeah, both natural and plant based. The only thing that's not natural about my products is the what you call it, the fragrance. This one I use strawberry fragrance, but this one, if you don't like the strawberry fragrance, you can go with the all natural, which is eucalyptus and mint. So this is all natural. This is I use about 2 to 3% fragrance in this one. So you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, definitely. I love the results. Is there any discount right now? Yeah, you can use code Juice10. Juice10 is a forever discount. You know, if you watch my videos, you know I'm always like use code Juice10 at checkout to get 10% off. So Juice10 is there forever. If you want to use that at checkout, use code Juice10 and it's gonna take 10% off. You getting the waist back? I'm gonna get the waist back after April 2025. So maybe around summertime, going into fall, April, May, June, July, August, September, maybe around those 5 months. April, May, June, July, August, September. I'm gonna cut the hair out off and I'm gonna go back to the waist. Any rosemary products? Yeah, I got some rosemary in here. I got some rosemary in the strawberry, and I got some rosemary and the pomade. Rosemary and mint. I got rosemary in this oil as well, but this is like a beard oil. There's some rosemary in here, and no, there's no, yeah, and there's rosemary in a beard balm as well. I have rosemary in most of my products. I have peppermint in all, yeah, most of my products as well. So why are you deciding to grow your hair out when you're gonna cut it? I'm growing my hair out because I want the transplant to get strong. Once it's strong enough, I'm gonna cut it and get back to waves. If I didn't have to, you know, make sure this stays strong, I would have been brushing already. But I don't want to start brushing too early. You know, you need to comb, pick. Now I don't pick my hair. I don't comb my hair. I just wash it and I just use my hands, massage, and apply products, and I just leave it. You know, shrinkage is real. So, but I'm not combing or picking. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody joining live. What's up? When they harvest your hair, did it hurt? Oh, you know what? When they was in the donor area, that part hurt like crazy. That was one of the worst pains I felt in a long time. Um, yeah, cause they have to numb you up, and when they put the numbing, they poke you with the needle and they numb the back of your head. I would say that pain was like I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10. That's the pain. I never got tatted before. I don't got no tattoos, so I don't know how to compare it to tattoos. But the donor area when they're numbing you up, that's the part that hurts the most. But after that, you don't feel nothing really. Pain level of transplant day one. Okay, so on day one, I was taking they gave me pills and stuff to take to kind of like bring the pain down. So I really wasn't feeling any pain because I was taking my pills every 6 hours or so. So I was taking the medication they gave me. So the first week I really didn't feel no pain. But when I ran out of the medicine, it was just itchy. That was the only, really it. It was just itchy, and the transplant area was kind of like numb. but the back was just itchy for like the first 5 months. It was super itchy. The first 3 months, it was the worst itch that you could get. Like as soon as you lay down, it just starts itching. So you got to scratch it, scratch it, scratch it. It was to the point where I was kind of like, I'm not gonna say bleeding, but it was like, bleeding a little bit back there. There was a little bit of blood back there. But other than that, man, once you get past the first 4 months, it's pretty smooth sailing from there. How did you solve the itching? It's just time. The itching, it took about 5 months. Like I said, after 5 months, it starts to feel better. 6 months, it feels great. 7 months, it's basically going out. It's not itchy for me no more. I don't know if it's because I have more hair now, or I don't know if it's the more hair you had, the less itchy, but I don't get itchy no more back there. But I do have some ingrowns. I have some ingrowns in the area where they numbed you up, like the little pimples, the area where they stuck the needles. It's a little bit of ingrowns right there. But other than that, I'm good. You're a big inspiration. When in Turkey did you get your I got my transplant at Vera Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey. You can still get, I got a girlfriend, so I don't need to get girls. Do you recommend using your products for people with curly hair? Of course, yeah. I have curly hair. It's just a different level on the charts. But if you have straight hair, I don't recommend it. But if you do have curly hair, coarse, curly, yeah, I recommend my products. It's a little heavy though, so just be careful. When you're using the products, you got shea butter in there, which is heavy. You got mango butter. You got beeswax in the pomades. Arlo, what up? What up, Arlo? Hey man, you killing it right now, Arlo. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. How far is Turkey? Turkey's like a 10-hour plane drive or plane ride, plane flight, plane flight. I guess Turkey's like a 10-hour flight. Let the content stay on the ground. Definitely, always braid your hair to protect your hair while it grows out. Now I'm not gonna braid it. If anything, it'll probably mess my transplant because if I braid it, it's gonna pull on my hair. I don't want to braid my hair. What oil do you think that you have made that grows your hair? Oil doesn't grow your hair. Products don't grow your hair. It's just if you take care of it, man. If you take care of your hair, it's gonna overall give you a nice, environment for healthy growth. But if you don't take care of your hair, then it's gonna start falling out. You're gonna have split ends. Your hair's gonna it's gonna be dirty, and it's not gonna be a good environment to grow. And that's when you start falling out. But if you take care of your hair, if you wash your hair, if you apply products, if you apply your oils, all of that all together is gonna give you a nice environment to grow. It's all genetics, man. Appreciate you. Yes, sir, Arlo. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Think dreads will ruin the transplant once fully healed. I don't know. I just don't want to get dreads. I don't want nothing really pulling on the hair. So I feel like brushing won't really ruin the transplant, but I feel like if I get locks or twist or whatever, it's gonna pull on the hair. I had a few tattoos, not concernedly say the pain of a tattoo is not bad, as many people would describe. Okay. Well, that when they numbed you up in Turkey, that junk hurt. That was the worst pain I ever felt. One of the worst pains. Did you try to quit dairy, gluten, and sugar to your? Nah, I tried, but it's hard. It's hard to quit those. Will liquid shampoo be coming? I tried liquid shampoos, but I don't really like the ingredients that I'm seeing online. I'm looking for organic ingredients before I can make the shampoos. But when it comes to water products, you need preservatives. You need it's a whole lot of chemicals that goes into that. So I want to try to stay as organic and as natural as possible. But when it comes to liquid shampoos, it's too far from natural. So I think I want to just stick to shampoo bars and potentially some whipped shampoos. I got Arlo. If you guys don't know Arlo, he has some whipped shampoos on out right now, and those are really great. If you don't want a liquid shampoo, you could either do whipped shampoo or you could do some shampoo bars. But I don't think I'm gonna do any liquid. How do you get PhD in waves, man? You got a PhD in waves, and you talking about how you get 360 waves. Come on, man. You should be teaching me. My guy, PhD in waves. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Your prices are too high. I understand, but my ingredients are high as well. If I don't price my products where they are at right now, I'll probably just be breaking even or losing money. If I don't make money, I'm not gonna be able to reinvest back in the business to make more products. How can I get 360 waves, dude? Just brush, man. Just brush PhD in waves. When are you getting back to waves? 2025. Probably like summer 2025. I'm gonna get back to waves. My guy. Hey, PhD, man, I appreciate the follow, bro. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the support, man. I'm gonna support you right back, bro. Do you sleep with your bonnet on? Yeah, I sleep with my bonnet on. Only reason I started sleeping with my bonnet on is because when you sleep on a pillow, on like regular cloth or regular pillowcase, it kind of rubs against your hairline right here, or just your hair in general, and it causes that to fall out. You need your silk or a satin bonnet to go to sleep. That's gonna help you retain your moisture. It's gonna help your hair not dry out, and you know it does a lot for you. So make sure you sleep with your bonnet on. We are hurting with you not being. Now I'm gonna come back to the wave game. I just gotta let the transplant heal first. I gotta let the transplant heal, and I'm gonna come back. Why would you get a transplant? Because I wanted to, and plus I'm in the hair care industry. There's a lot of people that needs a guide to this stuff. So I decided to do it. When you have waves, people call your crown a bald spot. Yeah, a lot of people call it my crown a bald spot. That's people that don't know though. You blew up, man. Gotta give you your flowers. Congrats. Appreciate you, PhD. Hey, man, you doing great too, bro. You doing real good too, man. I can't wait for the barber contents. I've been seeing you dropping some, cut content. That's a good niche to be in. Barbers and just hair care in general is not gonna really help you blow up. But the hair transplant was really what got me out there. So yeah, definitely, bro. I'm looking forward to your barber content, bro. You see my boy Sly Huncho doing his thing. That barber content take you places. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out this dermatitis thing, man. But the diet, man, I'm trying to change my diet so bad, but it's so hard. It's hard to give up steak. It's hard to give up chicken. It's hard to give up fish sometimes, salmon. So the dermatitis, I'm trying to give up carbs, not carbs, but grains like rice and stuff. GMDs, will appreciate you, man. Why should we wear a do-rag? You want to wear a do-rag to save progress. If you're brushing a lot and you're starting to see some waves coming in, the do-rag is going to keep your hair laid. So that way, when you fall asleep, you're not messing up your waves. That's why it's good to keep to wear your do-rag. And you want to wear a silk do-rag or a satin do-rag. That's going to help you retain moisture, and that's going to help your hair not fall out, basically. Because if you go to sleep on a pillowcase or regular pillowcase, that's going to kind of rub against your hair, and eventually years of sleeping on a regular pillow that's not silk or satin is gonna cause your hair to fall out. So make sure you wear a do-rag or a bonnet to sleep. Sea moss for scalp. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into sea moss for scalp, but I'm sure it helps. Keep your scalp and everything in great condition. How much you make estimated just off your content. That's classified. You think you'll ever go back and get your corners done? Nah. I want it to look as natural as possible. If I go back and get my corners done, it's gonna look too perfect, and I don't want my hairline to look too perfect. If I want a perfect hairline, I just go to the barbershop, shape it up, and then get some enhancements, and I'm good. I should just try out more styles. Now I'm gonna just get a little fro and a taper. I'm not the type of person to try out mad different styles. So yeah. All facts. All facts. Appreciate you. When you're going back to the waves, 2025, summer 2025, I'm gonna go back to the waves. Do you have two different types of? I'm not sure what that question is. Best do-rags in my opinion. Best do-rags will probably be satin do-rags. Kind of like polyester and satin mixed together because you get a nice stretch, and you also get a silky feel because of the satin. If you go silk, I think you might be able to go to polyester silk, but I don't know if they make polyester silk do-rags. But my best do-rag for you will just be poly satin. Appreciate you. When are the satin beanies coming back? I'm currently working on the satin beanies. Those should be arriving in December, and I'm gonna release them. Hopefully they arrive before December, and I could release them as soon as possible. But I plan on releasing them in December. I'm gonna just do black, and then from there I'm gonna go to different colors. I'm balding at 13. Am I cooked? Nah, you're not cooked, man. You're not cooked. There's more to life than hair. Did you derma stamp once a week? And what did you? No, I don't derma stamp anymore. But you can. Derma stamp kind of helps with the blood flow. to your scalp. You could also just massage. Just get you a scalp massager and massage every day. That kind of does the same thing. Yeah, you know. So, because when you dermastamp, you can't really moisturize for at least 6 to 12 hours because you got open wounds on your scalp. So, I would recommend just get you a scalp massager and just massage your hair, in sessions. Do like 3 sessions of scalp massage every day. All right, let's check Instagram, see if we got any questions on Instagram. How much did it cost? It cost me around $4,000. What type of oils is best for waves? I mean, any oil is really good for waves. It just adds shine and lock in moisture. Can we see the back of the head? Well, not right now. Just go watch my latest video. I showed the back of my head in there. What oils really help grow your corners back? If you really want oil to help grow your corners back, you could try rosemary oil. I think pumpkin seed oil, castor oil, batana oil, apple seed oil. I got all of them in this product. So if you want to try to go on a hairline or hair or balding, trying to come back, you can use this along with minoxidil, finasteride, batana, butter. Just do your research. Just do some good research. But to my knowledge, I have all of the best oils that helps with hair growth in here in the strawberry mint oil. You back to training and competing yet? I'm back to training, but not competing yet. There's a tournament in New York, I think November 24th. I might go watch, but I don't know if I'm going to compete because I feel like I'm still out of shape. If I go and compete right now, I might get blown out because I'm going to be so tired. What website you streaming on? That's just Instagram. I'm just on Instagram. Minoxidil is a bad oil. I don't even think minoxidil is an oil. It's just, stuff put together that really helps block DHT. And if you want to stop balding, just really figure out how to block DHT. All right. If you figure out how to block DHT, if you take care of your hair, you'll be good. Come back, player of the year. Congrats. Appreciate you, CJ. Appreciate you for the $2 donation. Much love. Much love. Thank you. You speak Creole? Yeah, I do, but I don't want to speak Creole though. What part of Jersey you from? Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Would you compete in anything other than karate? Nah, I just do karate for fun. This is my primary. Social media, hair care is my primary, and karate and boxing is just my side, like having fun thing. Just to keep me in shape. And I just use karate for content. I make a little bit of money on the side on the content that I do for karate. So, a few thousand a month, nothing too crazy. But if I wanted to come out with some merch, I'll probably be able to do that too with the karate side of things. When you going to come back to teach these redheads? Oh, I'm gonna come back in like summer 2025. Will Mia help grow my transplanted hairs back in? I mean, if you already got a transplant, you just let it grow. Just let it grow. Keep Mia's might help you keep your hair, and clean. If you use some shampoos and some products that they sell, it might help you keep your hair clean. But make sure you do your research. Make sure you read the ingredients and make sure you like the ingredients that you see before using it. How do you say your last name, brother? Narastant. Bernie Narastant. I'm gonna be back, man. 720 Mior. I'm gonna be back soon. In like 10 more months. Do your transplanted area still hurt or have any type of tension? No, I'm good now. It's back to normal. It's no more. It's not even like, yeah, it's not numb anymore. It's cool. The donor is not itchy. It's back to normal. I wouldn't say 100% back to normal, but I'll say about 95%. So maybe around month 8, 9, or 10, it's gonna be like I never got a hair transplant because my hair is gonna be puffier. If I get a fresh haircut, you won't even be able to tell. Right now, you can't even tell because the density is starting to come in. It's starting to get a little dense, so it is starting to look good. So the only reason why this looks like this because I just got a haircut for my birthday like last week, so it's it's starting to grow back in. But it's cool when I got the shape up. Benjamin. Appreciate you, Benjamin, with the donation, the $19 donation. Appreciate you. Much love. GTA 6 gonna come back before I come back to the wave game. Hey man, I miss the waves, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta see it through. I gotta grow this out, make sure it stays strong. before I start brushing again. I mean, I could start brushing now, and nothing probably would happen. But I just want to be sure. You know, I spent $4,000 on this, and I want to make sure everybody that's watching my videos is like, I want to make sure that they're doing everything correctly. You know, if they do decide to go get a hair transplant. Moisturizing. Mayor. Okay, you pronounce my name as Mayor. Good to know. What taper do you have? I just got a low tempo taper. I just tape right here, and I tape the back, and that's it. You need what? You need a hair transplant? Before you get a hair transplant, make sure you watch my videos. Does a non-box hairline mean it's receding? I mean, if you used to have a box hairline and then over the years it starts going back, then yeah, and it starts to thin out right here, then it's probably receding. You know, you need to start derma stamping and using minoxidils and using some, you know, start taking better care of your hair. And even when you do get a hair transplant, you still got to take care of your hair, because you can't just get a hair transplant and just not take care of your hair, because what was the point? You got to stop the receding. You got to stop the balding. And the way you stop the balding is by taking care of your hair, making sure your hair is nice and clean. When you go out and work out and you start sweating, you got to come home and you got to wash your hair. Hey, man, whenever you're ready, just go get it. Just make sure it's an investment that you're willing to make. Do you have any tips for my waves on the side? I can't get any on the side. You got a wolf. Cool kid, you got a wolf, and you got to brush every single day. Every time you start your brush session, start brushing on your sides, because whatever side you start brushing on, that's the side you're going to spend the most time on. So start brushing on your weak side and you got a wolf. Would you ever get a tapered hairline? I'm actually thinking about getting that. Once my hair starts, you know, looking a little bit bigger. Shout out to Shabumi Jack for the $5 donation. Appreciate you, Jack. Appreciate you. Let me give you a love real quick. Much love, man. They donating over on YouTube, y'all. I think I'm gonna start going live on YouTube more, because Instagram, y'all don't be donating nothing, man. Do you think your hair will look natural? You cut it down. Okay, so that's what I'm a little scared of. Once I cut off the hair to get back to waves, I just hope that it's not light, and you know, I just hope everything is one color. It's not light over here and then dark back here. But I won't know until I cut my hair. So we're gonna have to wait and see in 2025, summer 2025, when I decide to go back to waves. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut the hair in front of you guys, and you know, I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest with y'all. So if it looks light, and if it doesn't look, you know, regular or normal or natural, then I think I just wasted $4,000. Unless it takes about 2 years. Then if it takes 2 years for the density to get here, then that's something different. What do you do to block scalp DHT going forward? Okay, to block scalp DHT, what I know off the top of my head, I know rosemary oil, washing your hair with certain type of shampoos. Just look for DHT blocking products. Okay, I know rosemary oil is really here, like at the top of the board when it comes to DHT blocking. And then when you want to really get to the hard stuff, that's when minoxidil and finasteride gets in, you know, in a conversation. So just go on Google and do some research on what are the best products to block DHT, or what are the best ways to block DHT. I think certain foods can help block DHT as well. But yeah, just go on Google and do your research. How long should I wolf for to get my good side? I say wolf for about 6 to 8 weeks. If you can, go to 10 and then cut down to 2 guard. I say 2 guard closed. Don't cut down to a 1.5. Cut down to a 2 guard closed, so you go jump right next to your next wolf session and just keep brushing again. Just keep brushing. Wolfing is going to help you get your waves a lot deeper, because waves are laid down curls, and the more hair you have, the better your curls will be. The more defined your curls will look. So the more hair you have, the better it will look. How much did your hair transplant cost? About $4,000. Base was $3,000, but I paid for some add-ons, so that's why I paid $4,000. But if you go get a hair transplant, it might be cheaper than that. So don't let that $4,000 scare you. How do you get waves on the side? Wolf, cool kid. I already told you, wolf and brush. Would you ever become a self-cut barber with the self-cut system? I'm actually thinking about learning how to, you know, do self-cuts. I think it would be great for content. But you know, it's probably gonna be a while from now. Maybe when I get back to waves, I'll probably start cutting my hair like every 2 weeks or so. Do they do payment plans? I don't think they do payment plans. You gotta pay everything. You know, make sure you save up and you gotta pay on the spot. You gotta pay before the transplant, actually. What is the donor area looking like? It's looking normal. If you want to see what the donor areas look like, you gotta go watch my latest video. I think I showed what it looks like on there. What add-ons did you get? I got I think it was called the something chamber. It was something. It was like some type of chamber I went into. A Borix. I forgot the name of it, but it was something like that. Dang, yeah, I can't remember the name. I have Corsair. Should I go with 1.5 or 2? If you're wolfing, I suggest you go with a 2. But if your waves are really locked in, you could do a 1.5. It's curved, but it goes across my forehead. Am I good? I'm not sure. You know, if you feel like your hair is receding, then they slept on. Yeah, man. I just let them talk. That's what everybody gonna do. Everybody got something to say. I've been here since the start of the waves. Hey, I had waves since 2019. So you've been following me since 2019? Do you wave product recommendations for curly fro? Do you have product recommendations for a curly fro? Yeah, all my products are for curly fros. Everything here you can use on your curls. They're just not water-based products, so you're gonna have to make sure your hair is damped before applying these products. All right. So make sure you damp your hair, and you could go with the moisturizer. You could go in with the oil, and that'll help keep your hair moisturized and everything. I ordered the strawberry mint. I like it so far. Hey, appreciate you. The strawberry mint is not a moisturizing oil. It's a hair growth oil. So the ingredients in there, they're not really moisturizing ingredients, but the grapeseed, I think I have grapeseed in there that actually helps moisturize a little bit, but it's more so for growth. So if you want to moisturize, I suggest you go for this one, hibiscus. The hibiscus is really good for moisture. So it has coconut, avocado, olive, all the good stuff for moisturize. And this one has batana, apple seed, castor, rosemary, peppermint, all the stuff that helps with growth. So you got to make sure you read the ingredients before you purchase, all right? My hair sheds a lot. Hey, shout out to Big Tone 27 for the $5 donation. Much love, much love. They're going crazy on YouTube. What happened to the beer waves? Beer waves is still, still pending. I'm still doing the beer waves. Right now it's a little puffy right now because I haven't laid it down. But once it's laid, once I put the beer do-rag on and lay it down, they in there, you know. What's the longest time you wolfed? The longest I wolfed was about 13 weeks. That was like years ago. Do you dye your hair? No, I don't dye my hair. I used to like try to dye it like years ago, but I never used to, bleach it. I just threw the color on there and that was it. I didn't bleach my hair. If the density ain't there when you cut it down, you think you go back to nah, I'm not going back. If the density's not there, it looks like it's there. If it's not there, then I'm gonna just have to deal with what I got. I'm gonna just have to deal with it. What made you want to take the risk and go with the hair transplant? What is the decision you were thinking about for a while, or was it? Yeah, it was mostly for content. It's for my business, I wanted to have more content, which I do now. So the hair transplant was mostly for content, not because I wanted to. I just needed content, and I decided to do it, and I helped out a lot of people along the way. So it was a win-win. I got content, and people are learning from my experience. And whoever wants to go get a hair transplant, they can, because as you can see, I never used to have hair there. So now I have hair here. So, and here too. And it looks pretty dense. The density is starting to come in. And they say you're not supposed to have full density until after a year and some change. So I'm only on month 7. So I still got probably 5 more months to go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 more months to go. So 5 or more. Because sometimes it may take 16 months to see full density. Let's see if Instagram got some questions. Is it okay to still wave when your edges are receding and you use the minoxidil? Yeah, you can still wave because when you're brushing, you're kind of just bringing blood flow to the area. So brushing I don't think it makes your hair fall out. It's just a matter of DHT, if you're taking care of your hair, derma stamping, all that stuff helps. Watch Jeezy to learn how to cut your waves. I got you. I'm gonna start watching them. When you start waving, I started waving in 2019. Well, I was waving in 2017, but I started really waving, taking it seriously in like 2019. What do you recommend for keeping it thick, healthy, and soft? As someone with an afro, you can see my PF. What's a PFP? Do you still have hair on your donor area? Yeah, I still have hair there. I still have hair in my donor area. You just gotta go watch my videos. Go watch my latest video. I showed what the donor area looks like. How much it costs? $4,000. Are you a hooper off the internet? No, I don't play basketball. I do karate. I box and I do karate off the internet. Will your new shampoo bar still moisturize? I wouldn't say completely moisturized because it is a shampoo. It's still stripping products and oils out of your hair. PFP is profile picture. Wait, what was the PFP question you asked? Then that's like mad far up. I'm not gonna look for it. But yeah, the shampoo bar still has moisturizing oils like coconut oil and avocado oil and tea tree oil, but they're not. It's not a shampoo and conditioner. So the percentage of moisture to shampoo is like, I'll say it's like 90-10. 10% of oils and moisture is not gonna really moisturize your hair. So after you shampoo your hair, you know, you gotta go in with your moisturizer and your oils, you know? That's how you really get the moisture in there. But if you use this shampoo right here, it is gonna, the reason I decided to take out the moisture part, the 20% moisture, the butters, the shea butter and the mango butters, because the lather, you know? I wanted more lather. So I took those out and now it's just a regular shampoo. Do you know how to play football? Yeah, I played football in high school. So that shampoo bar no longer a conditioner bar? Not really, not really. But it won't strip all your natural oils out. It won't leave your hair looking dry and crazy like a dang, what kind of shampoo is called? It has moisturizing oils in there. So your hair's not gonna be completely dry. It's not a something defying shampoo. I don't know how you call it. Dang, I don't know the name of it. But no, it's not a shampoo and conditioner. I will be working on the shampoo and conditioner further in the future, but right now I need a shampoo that's gonna really cleanse the hair. And this is why I changed up the formula on this. Have you cut down the transplanted hair at all? If not, when do you plan to? No, I have not touched the transplanted areas. I have not cut it down ever since I got the transplant. I wanted to grow and get as thick as possible, and I do plan on cutting it summer 2025 when I come back to the waves. What did you? Yeah, Jeezy gets a fresh cut and scalp recently. Yeah, I seen Jeezy scalp. What you gonna get when your waves come back? I think I'm gonna go back to Beehive, honestly. When you gonna let the waves come back? 2025, summer 2025. I'm gonna just go back to Beehive. Cause I'm gonna just be I'm gonna start the journey and just try to help people get waves, honestly. I'm not doing it because I want to get waves. I'm gonna do it in like a series format, kind of like day 1 getting through 60 waves back, day 5, kind of like that. Do the swirl. I don't know. I love the way Beehive looks though. I don't know about the swirl, but maybe the swirl might be something I might try in the future. But as of right now, I don't know if I really want to do the swirl for real. What made want you start being a waver? I just loved waves. When I was 18, I think when I was 17, as a matter of fact, I loved waves and I wanted to give it a try. And yeah, Beehive the best. Yeah, I like Beehive, man. I like Beehive. Make more videos, love your content. Of course, I'm a content creator. I'm always make videos. Do you have to take any pills after the transplant? Yeah, they're gonna give you some pills to kind of stop infection. They're gonna give you like infection pills. They're gonna give you pain pills, and you gotta take all of them. I think it'll probably last you like a week or two. And if you take them, you're not gonna be in as much pain. The worst part after the hair transplant was sleeping. You know, it was hard for me to sleep because I had to sleep in like a 45-degree angle for like a week or two, if not more. And that was like the worst part. And I had to put like a little pillow around my neck so I don't mess up the transplant. But I think after 11 or 12 days, you could take off the scabs. And when you start taking off the scabs, when the scabs are off, that's when you can sleep however you want. But the first 2 weeks were like horrible. What month did your hair start thickening up? I'll say about month 5. 5, 6, and 7. I'm currently on month 7. So I started seeing thickness around month 5 or 6, one of those. And now in month 7 it's like really thick. It's getting really thick. So what do you recommend for maintaining a soft, thick, and large afro? It all depends on your hair your hair texture, honestly. If you got like super duper coarse hair like 4C, it's gonna be really hard to keep your hair nice and soft unless you just wet it every 30 minutes. If you wetting your hair with a continuous spray bottle every 30 minutes, that's the only way I could think of. But other than that, as soon as it absorbs the moisture, it's gonna go back to its natural, natural form. Ain't nothing wrong with having 4C hair though. Do you think the transplanted hairs will lay down like natural? Yeah, it will, because this is my hair. It just came from the back. So it's gonna be good. It's not like I took it off a cow and put it on my hair. That would have been crazy. Is it normal to start balding at 22? Yeah, it's normal to start balding at any age. It all depends on your genes. It's genetics, I believe. Do you think people should get a low taper with waves or high taper with waves? Low taper, 110%. Not high taper, because when you get a high taper, you're messing up your sideways. But if you get a low taper right here, you can still wave up here. So I don't recommend high tapers. When you getting waves again? 2025. Summer 2025, I'm gonna get waves again. I have 4A hair. I was doing with the Afro question. Okay. Yeah, I think the best way, I don't think there's a way. Because I have three B-ish. And after a fresh wash, my hair is soft and everything after I moisturize. But in like 2 hours, it goes back to being, natural again. It's like there's nothing I could do unless I just keep moisturizing every 3 hours. But that's too much. I don't want to do that. So I just learned to accept my hair, unless you perm it. But I don't recommend you perm your hair or add any chemicals to it. So it's got to deal with the natural way your hair is. Are you taking any more minoxidil? No, I'm not taking any minoxidil. Are you trying to grow your hair out? Yes, I'm growing my hair out currently until 2025. Did you use oral finasteride? No, I didn't use minoxidil or finasteride. Yeah, don't perm your hair, guys. But somebody said perming your hair will help it stay soft, but I don't recommend it. Don't do it. Just accept it. Just accept your natural hair texture, you know. But if you really want, the only way I know you can change your hair texture naturally is if you get waves. If you get waves, your hair texture will change. Your hair is gonna be soft and nice. But that's a story for another time. If you're like 4C and you get waves and you take care of your hair texture will change because it's healthy. That's the only way I've seen people change their hair texture naturally. Because you see the wavers with the silky waves, and they got 4A, 4B, 4C. That's from brushing and adding products and washing their hair twice a week. Making sure their hair stays hydrated and deep conditioning, wolfing, brushing every single day, having blood flow coming to the hairs. That's a natural way to keep your hair nice and soft and healthy. Swirl waves are for real wavers, and beehives are for beginners and kids. Hey man, I mess with the beehive. I've been doing beehive for years. I love it. Jeezy getting beat with beehives next too. I got 4 or 5 inches of hair. I'm not scalping again. I oil my scalp every other day and moisturize every day and night. I don't recommend you moisturize every day and night, but you can. If you are moisturizing every day and night, you have to wash your hair 3 times a week. Because if you're moisturizing every single day, that's a lot of product buildup. If you let that build up for a week and you don't wash your hair for that week, you're gonna have a bunch of pimples. It's gonna come down to your forehead. Your face gonna feel sticky and everything. So make sure you're washing your hair if you're applying that much product in. How should a waver get a haircut? Like the length? It depends on your hair texture. But if you are like a my hair texture, or 4B, 4C, 3A, 3B, I suggest you get a 1.5, the lowest, or a 2. I mean, not a 2.5. 1.5 guard open, the lowest, or a 2 guard closed. 1.5 guard open with the grain. You have to go with the grain. If you go against the grain with a 1.5, you're messed up. Don't do that. How to make definition in 720 waves with a dented head. You just gotta wolf and brush. The more you wolf, the more you brush, the better your definition. What up? What up? Teddy, what's up? All right, yo, I'm in the live at like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, bro, I really appreciate all the advice. This is gonna be real helpful. I'm gonna hop off. Hey, appreciate you, Marcel. Keep up the good work. Keep doing your thing and stay consistent. How long until you are completely healed from the hair? I would say, I mean, you're healed after 2 weeks. You're healed basically. But for all the pain to go away and everything, it took about 5 months. The itchiness, the pain, the numbness took about 5 months. Bro, I was spinning that scalp. How do I get it back? You just gotta brush, man. You gotta brush. Go back to brushing. You gonna get it back. Do you watch any Tower hair influencer? I'm not sure what that is. After hair transplant, can you wear anything to cover up your head? If so, what do you recommend? Just wear a hat. You could wear a hat. Just make sure it has satin on the inside. You could wear a satin line beanie. You could wear a satin cap, so you could stop the friction from pulling your hair and stuff like that. So just wear a satin beanie. Bro, my secret was an oil called Mama Shiver. Mama Shiver. How much for your products? You can check out the website. Check out thelatherspot.com. You'll see the price of my products. If it's too expensive, use code JUICE10 at checkout to get 10% off. What up? What up? What up? Shannon, what's good? After a transplant, can you wear? Yeah, you can wear a hat. I recommend a satin beanie. Not Oh, do I watch any other hair influencers? Yeah. I watch Sir Cruz. I watch 360 Jeezy sometimes. And I follow some hair influencers. PhD in Waves, Arlo, Cito. It's a whole lot of other hair influencers that I watch. Wave Poppy, Trinity, Waveman J, what's his name? 26 King Wavy. It's a lot of people I watch, man. How do you feel about the hair transplant, and does it really work without all the extra stuff that you're putting in your hair? Yes, of course. The hair transplant works even if I don't put the products. But I apply my products because my hair gets dirty. If my hair gets dirty, I have to wash it. Once I wash it, then it dries up. So now I have to moisturize. So it's like you need all this stuff. It's like food. You can't live without eating. Your hair needs food. Your hair, even though you have sebum coming out of your scalp and everything, but is it really enough to moisturize your hair? Like if you're working out all the time, if you're out in the sun, your hair is dry, you're sweaty, you gotta apply the food back, to your hair. So you gotta add the shea butters, the moisturizers, the oils. You gotta wash your hair with shampoos to make sure your hair stays clean and have a healthy environment to grow. If it's not a healthy environment, then you're gonna have bugs living in there. You're gonna have dirt, stuff like you gotta take care of your hair. So I'm not gonna say it's necessary for applying products to help your hair grow or help the hair transplant grow. It's gonna grow on its own. Your hair is gonna grow on its own, but the products will improve your overall environment, your overall scalp environment, which will help it, stay healthier and grow even better. So it's how you been? Yo, what up? What up? Send me a pack. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be losing money if I do that. Then my business it's gonna fail. I'm gonna go bankrupt if I keep doing that. Bro, the oil grows hair and creates definition in your waves, but it's expensive. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but the ingredients are pretty expensive as well. Especially botana oil and appleseed oil. It cost me around $400 to get 5 pounds of botana oil alone. No, I think that's appleseed oil alone. So once you break everything down, it costs around $11 a bottle. If it costs around $11 a bottle, then now I gotta get packaging. I gotta get the bottles. I gotta get the labels. Everything costs. So if it costs me around 15, 16 for one bottle, I gotta sell it to you for, to make a profit so I could reinvest back in the business to get more products. That's how business works. Add me to the live. Now we ain't gonna do that. Tips for dandruff. Tips for dandruff, keep your hair clean. All right. You have a lot of dry scalp. All of us have dead skin. Dandruff is just dead skin, right? Dead skin. How do you get rid of dead skin? You wash your hair. You scramble wash. All right. You do 2 or 3 washes. You deep condition. You get rid of dead skin. Just like how you have dead skin cells on your body, you take a shower every day or every other day. You gotta wash your hair 2 to 3 times a week. That's gonna help you get rid of dandruff. You wash your hair, you condition, you moisturize, you apply products to keep your hair moisturized. The products are your lotion for your hair. All right, you moisturize, you apply your oils. That's gonna keep it nice and moisturized. And if your hair is moisturized, if your skin is moisturized, it's not gonna crack and it's not gonna, the skin's not gonna be peeling off. But it's the same with your hair, same with your scalp. If you moisturize your scalp, if you keep it moist, it's not gonna crack and the dandruff is not gonna be popping up. All right, so make sure you take care of your hair. I think also the food that you eat as well. So stop eating the processed foods. That's gonna help a lot too. Do you ship your products to the Netherlands? I believe so. I ship internationally. So if you type that in on the checkout box, then I'm sure I ship there. Will a severe case of dandruff ever go away? I'm sure it can with certain products. It's certain products that you might need to use. Been following you since the journey. Love seeing your progress and would definitely grab your product. Appreciate you, Life of SD. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Bro, what you mean end, bro? You don't want to see me succeed? You want to see me get off the live? Does it depend on what hair type you have? Does what depend on what hair type you have? The dandruff? No, it don't. We all have the same scalp. I'm not gonna say the same scalp, but we all have skin and scalp. It's all the same kind of thing. No, 720 Mayor. I'm gonna end it. It's just some people asking questions. I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can before I end it. No, I'm not gonna end at 8:30. I gotta go make some products. Yeah, I gotta make some more products. I ran out of pomade. I'm running low, so I gotta go make some more. These products smell amazing, by the way, man. They smell amazing. But yeah, gotta make some more so I can ship out tomorrow. Like I said, the products are made, with my hands. I make them the night before, ship them out the next day. I think I gotta make some more shampoo bars as well. I'm running low on those too, so I gotta make some more. I have some shampoo bars right here. I have like 2 more right here, but I'm still waiting on the packaging. Waiting on the packaging so I can package everything, throw the labels on there, and then we're gonna ship them out. Love what you're doing. Appreciate you. Do your pomades have strong hold? I wouldn't say extremely strong hold because my pomade is kind of like a moisturizer / pomade. So the shea butter and the mango butter and then the beeswax, the ratio isn't like hold and moisture. It's moisture then hold. So it's more so moisture than hold because of the beeswax. But I would say it has decent hold, like medium hold. If you want hold, it has hold, but I wouldn't say it has the best hold. If I want more hold, I'm gonna have to come down on moisture. Come down on moisture, but it does have great shine, does have decent hold, and I recommend it. I only sell what I like to use. I'm selling a pomade because that's the type of pomade I like to use on my hair. I don't like super thick pomades that keeps my hair sticky and everything. Nah, I don't like that. So I sell what I like. Should I use coconut oil or shea butter? You can use both. You can mix them together, whip it up, and use both, literally. What makes you chose Transplant over DHT blockers? Transplant is, how can I say? I was born with a U-shaped hairline. I wasn't balding. If I was balding, that would be a different conversation, I wasn't balding. I just was missing hair in my corners. So the transplant is kind of like the best thing to do. And if I do start balding in the future, then, I start using the DHT blocking products, the finesserides, the minoxidils. But I take really great care of my hair. So balding, I'm not going to say it's probably genetics, but I take real good care of my hair. So, that might be a a long way from now. Once you told to take finasteride and minoxidil for your donor area, nah, you don't gotta take finasteride and minoxidil for the donor area, because your hair is gonna grow regardless in the back. So you good. You don't gotta take anything for that. And the hair that they took out from the back is basically gone. It's here now. So that hair is never gonna grow back. But the hair that's still back there is gonna grow regardless. Would you recommend for people balding, no transplant? Dermastamp, rosemary oil. But when you're using rosemary oil, you have to dilute it with a certain carrier oil, which is what I do with the strawberry mint oil. So I have rosemary in here, I have peppermint, I have batana, I have appleseed, castor, and I have grapeseed. As a matter of fact, I've been doing a lot of research and I've seen that pumpkin seed oil is a better oil for hair growth than grapeseed. So in the future, I'm going to take out grapeseed out of my formulation and I'm going to add in pumpkin seed. So it's going to be pumpkin seed, castor oil, apple seed, batana, rosemary, and peppermint. All right, so those are really great for hair growth. So if you use minoxidil, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna get to the minoxidil part, but to stop DHT, rosemary, batana, apple seed, peppermint. I think peppermint really helps as well. But all of those things, and also I think you can use a DHT blocking shampoo. You know, if you do some research, try to figure out what shampoos that are DHT blockers and stuff like that. And yeah, just do research. Basically, just go on Google and type in DHT blocking products or DHT blocking routines, and you'll get a lot of suggestions. You know, that's what I recommend. But from the top of my head, like I just said, rosemary, strawberry mint oil, washing your hair, keeping your hair clean. Dermastamp, you get a dermastamp from Amazon. You were born with a Vegeta hairline? Yeah, I was born with a Vegeta hairline. All right, everybody. I think that's it. It's 8:05. I try to answer as many questions as possible. I'm gonna try to go live a little more often. Probably seeing that you stopped using Selsun Blue, and what was the alternative? I stopped using Selsun Blue because I didn't like the ingredients. It has sulfate in there. It has all these other crazy ingredients that I didn't like. Once I started making my own products, I realized I didn't like the ingredients in Selsun Blue. So all I do now is use my own products. And I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week. And that's been helping. Washing my hair more often, making sure my hair stays moisturized has been helping my scalp and the seborrheic dermatitis kind of like tame it. But I think the real cure would be a plant-based diet, whole foods, no processed carbs, no white rice, no brown rice, just straight, black rice. Like if you know what wild rice is, black rice, sweet potatoes, veggies, fruits, just whole foods is gonna be a real good treatment for your seborrheic dermatitis. Cause I watched Yaki Awaken. If you guys know who Yaki Awakened is, he said that if you have a skin problem, skin rashes and stuff, it's like something wrong with your kidney, and it's not really filtrating properly. So your skin is like the final stuff that helps you filtrate toxins out of your system. So if you see pimples, if you see rashes, that's just your body getting rid of toxins. So you have to detox. If you see your skin start rashing, that's something wrong with your kidney. So you might have to do a kidney detox. Well, that's what Yaki said, and I think I'm gonna start doing some research on that. Make sure you do your research before you start doing all these things that I'm saying. A good alkaline plant-based diet is good. Yeah, that's what I've been told. A good organic alkaline whole plant-based diet will be great for seborrheic dermatitis. But it's been really challenging for me to give up steak and chicken and milk and ice cream and cookies. It's hard. And McDonald's. Sometimes I eat McDonald's, man. So it's Yaki. I think it's YAHKI and then Awakened. Yaki Awakened. He's like a herbalist or something like that. And I watch him, and I try my best to give up this nasty diet that I have, but it's so hard because I've been eating all this stuff since I was young. How do you migrate seborrheic dermatitis? What the freak happened to my camera? All right, I'm about to end the live anyway, so it's okay. I have not eaten McDonald's since 2009. That's what's up. Yeah, don't eat that McDonald's. That junk is nasty. But you should do different color pomade for wave stages. Nah, that's too much work. I do everything myself. I won't have time. I'm just stick to my OGs. How do you migrate seborrheic dermatitis? Mitigate? Oh, I don't know what that means. How do you mitigate? Dang. I feel stupid. I don't know what mitigate means. I thought you said migrate. I'm gonna search it up real quick. What is mitigate? Unless you type it in already. Let me see. Mitigate is lessen the severity. Oh, okay. How do you lessen the severity? Just scrub. I guess just wash your body wherever it's at and just scrub. That's how I got rid of the one that was on my face. I had one right here. It started growing here, and I just started washing my face in the morning and at night. Only reason I started doing that is because it's the excess oils that makes the sebum or the natural oils that come out of your pores. They feed the Malassezia yeast that causes seborrheic dermatitis. So if you wash your face, if you keep your face dry, and you don't just leave the excess oils to just linger there, then it'll kind of like mitigate it. I just learned a new word. I think I'm gonna have to start washing multiple times a week. Yeah, if you wash your face, wash your face every morning, wash your face every night before bed, and just hopefully that helps. I mean, your face is gonna be ashy, so you're gonna have to moisturize your face, but just make sure you don't go to sleep with a moisturized face. Go to sleep with a dry face, and I think that will help. Or whatever area, that's bothering you. Me is my chest, and it used to be my face and my scalp, but now it's just my chest. So just shower more, scrub, keep the oils away from your face, and that should help. But overall, definitely work on that diet. No problem, Trey. No problem. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end it on Instagram first, and I'm gonna go over to YouTube and try to end it too. I'm gonna show you guys what YouTube looking like. Yeah, this the YouTube comments. Okay, so my camera looks stupid. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, these are YouTube comments right here. We got 49 people on YouTube. We got like $33 donation. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna end the live on Instagram, and I'm gonna come over on YouTube and say goodnight to you guys. Yeah, appreciate everybody that joined the live on Instagram. YouTube, I'm gonna be over 1 second, and I'm gonna try to go on live more often so I could help you guys with the questions that you might have. And whenever you use the word mitigate, remember me. I got you, Trey. Got you. But yeah, guys, appreciate y'all on Instagram. Make sure you guys go ahead and purchase my products at thelathersspot.com. Use code JUICE10 at checkout. You get 10% off. All right, so don't forget to use code JUICE10 if you want to save 10%. Appreciate y'all and have a good night, Instagram. Peace. All right, so Instagram is done. Now I'm over on YouTube. I'm gonna see if you guys got any last questions before I end the live. What do you think about finasteride? I think finasteride is it's a proven product to help fight DHT and help stop baldness and stuff. Well, not stop it, but reduce it. So yeah, but definitely do some research before you start using minoxidil or finasteride, and talk to a dermatologist. I got one more question. What's the question, Marcel? Wanted to ask, how often do you wash your hair after hair transplant, and how many times did you moisturize? I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week, and I moisturize after every time I wash, or whenever I feel like my hair is dry. So I basically moisturize every day, honestly. I wake up, I moisturize. But the more you moisturize, the more you wash your hair. Do you wear a shower cap? Only when I'm going somewhere important. If I just got a fresh haircut and I got enhancements, yes, I'm gonna wear a shower cap. But nah, I don't really wear a shower cap because I moisturize every day anyway. So I don't wear a shower cap when I'm in the shower. I used to wash my hair with soap and I didn't know how to take care of it. Now I do. Hey, that's what's up. Make sure you take care of your hair. It stops it and reverses some unlucky cases, as you said, reduces it, but they need some strong. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff out there that you could take, but definitely talk to a dermatologist before you start taking dutasteride, finasteride, minoxidil. But the natural stuff you could do, just Dermastamp to help blood flow to the area. Rosemary oil, make sure it's diluted. I have diluted rosemary oil in here, so this is a great example that you can use. Yeah, washing your hair. Yeah, that's the best way I could think of naturally. But if that's not working, then you gotta go the finasteride route. What happened to the steak and karate videos? I still have the karate content on another channel, but the steak, I'm done. Please bring back do-rags. I'm gonna bring back do-rags once I start back waving, because I don't want to sell stuff that I'm not using. If I'm not using it, I can't promote it, so it's no point. Leave-in conditioner ingredients best for our hair texture. Leave-in conditioner ingredients best for our hair texture. I mean, this is basically a leave-in conditioner right here. It's just, it has no water. It has no preservatives or any harsh chemicals. So I guess I'll say that. Yes, leave-in conditioners are good for your hair. Leave-in conditioner ingredients best for our hair textures. Yeah, the pomegranate mango ingredients here are really good for you, for my hair texture. If you have my hair texture, all of these products are good for you because all of these products are made for my hair texture. All right, I only use these products. So when it comes to shea butter, mango butter, and stuff like that, do you have contacts in or wear glasses or something? And what's the hair routine? Yeah, I wear glasses, but I don't have contacts in. What's the hair routine looking like? The hair routines, if you want to see what that looks like, just go on my go watch my videos. You know, I do all my hair routines on camera for you guys. So I don't do nothing different. I just wet my hair, apply my products, apply the oil to lock in moisture, and that's pretty much it. I don't do nothing crazy. When you gonna get your next cut? I was thinking about getting a haircut for Thanksgiving, but I think I'm gonna wait till next year to actually get another haircut. Appreciate your reply. Hey, no problem, no problem. Is using rosemary water every day healthy? Because I've been using more now. I don't recommend using rosemary water because if you do add oil to water, it may grow mold because oil and water don't mix. So if you don't have a preservative, you don't apply oil to your water. All right, I don't recommend it unless you apply the oil to the water, you spray your hair with it, and you throw out the rest. But if you leave it in your bathroom, it's gonna grow mold, and you could get sick from that. So be careful. When you add rosemary oil to your water, make sure you add a preservative as well, because water does make room for mold to grow. I make the rosemary water, but boiling rosemary leaves. Still, you gotta add a preservative. Anything that includes water, you gotta add a preservative. None of my products here have water except for my shampoo, and I have preservatives in here. All right, but it's not harsh preservatives. So yeah, but all of these products right here, they have zero water in them. If you drop water in here, you're making it more susceptible to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You're gonna have mold growing in it like within the next 2 weeks. So make sure you don't add water to your natural products. Put in some oil. You should get the cut in 2 weeks. Nah, I'm not getting a cut in 2 weeks. I'm gonna get a haircut probably next year. Are you gonna do wave reactions soon? Nah, no more wave reactions. All original content. Yeah, I'm in the live, bro. I'm in the live in like 2 more minutes. One last question. What plans do you have for your hair after it grows back in? After it grows back in, I'm gonna cut it off and go back to waves. When you doing waves again? 2025. But yeah, 720 Mayor is definitely right. I'm running low on pomades. So, and I gotta ship out tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the live. Now I'm not gonna wait till 2026 no more. I'm gonna wait till like dang. I'm gonna wait till like summer 2025. Then I cracked my I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the live and I'm gonna go make some more pomades. What time is it now? Yeah, I'm gonna end it right now, y'all. Yeah, everybody always switch up. Recommendations for dry 4C hair. Recommendations for dry 4C hair. You're gonna have to get this shampoo bar right here. This is gonna help really wash your hair. The lather is impeccable. All right. And then you're gonna have to moisturize. You're gonna need a moisturizer. Get you the pomegranate mango moisturizer. On top of this, this is another moisturizing oil. And you can use the strawberry mint oil for, your hair growth routines. So yeah, I recommend this right here. This is what I recommend. These products. Use code JUICE10 at checkout to get 10% off. I don't say nothing to the people that was hating. I ain't saying nothing. So yeah, appreciate y'all for joining the live. I ended up breaking the top of my beard oil. I'm gonna have to change that. I got some more tops over there, so I'm gonna have to change that. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead and purchase my products. Use code JUICE10 at checkout at thelatheredspot.com. And yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna catch you guys on my next one. You know, everybody have a good night. And yeah, be safe. Peace. All right, so how do I end this live? Oh, it's a little X button up here. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.